Yo, what's up, guys? Kevin here. Welcome to the Snowboard Pro Camp live hangout. Going to be on here with you guys for the next hour, answering any questions, talking about snowboarding. So if you guys have anything for me, definitely hit me up. It's also a super chat, so if you guys want to help support the channel, definitely hit that super chat button. Awesome way to get your question answered and to support the channel. And yeah, stoked to talk to you guys, hang out, and see what you guys are up to. When you guys are asking me a question, it'd be awesome too if you could let me know where you guys are watching from as well, because it's really cool to see where everyone on this live chat's watching from. I know we've got people watching from all over the world. So yeah, stoked to be on here with you guys. Just going to see who's on here, give a few shout outs, and also get into the first few questions. So just right at the bottom here, we got Kyle21 from Missouri, Mohammed watching from Salem, Josh from Pennsylvania, Control from South Carolina, Jamie from Tampa, Florida, Mika from Florida, Chris Henrik from Australia. What's up, man? Good morning. And we got Nikki58 from Maryland. We got Shiki watching from China, AQ99 from Aspen. Graydon Bailey says, you inspired me to snowboard. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching the video. Yeah, videos. I'm stoked that you like snowboarding. Someone says going snowboarding in Minnesota tomorrow. Very cool. Yeah, I've heard that Minnesota is getting some good snow, so that's great. Erica Constantino. What's up, Erica? Thanks for tuning in. We got Old Man Shredder on here. We've got Jaeger says his name's Connor from Minnesota. Jamie says, yo, what's up, Jamie? Tarek from Bosnia and Herzegovina, where they have 50 centimeters. Oh, amazing. Yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. Bad Riders, Dylan Edits, Justin 10, Owen from Louisiana. A lot of Americans on the chat today. I'm liking it. Connor from Avalanche, I ride the Avalanche Source. Oh, cool. Very nice, man. Jesse from Northern Michigan. Let's see if we can find a question on here. Thank you guys so much for all the shout outs, for letting me know where you guys are watching from. And Old Man Shredder with the first super chat, and he just says hashtag FTD. What's FTD? I feel like I should probably know that. Hashtag FTD. Peter Fishing with a question, sort of comment, says, best tips for powder. Yeah, today we were actually riding a lot of powder too. It was a little bit on the heavy side, but still some amazing powder here in Whistler. My friend Bo from Denver, who's friends with TJ as well, he came out to Whistler today, so his first day riding, and we were riding in Crystal in the trees, riding powder all day. I would say the best tips for powder, the first one is to be able to ride with some speed. So work on riding with more speed. Speed definitely helps you get through powder. Also, like, picking your line ahead of time. So looking ahead, looking for the steeper parts of the runs to ride through the powder, and then avoiding any flat parts where you could get stuck. I feel like those are the most important things. And the third one is just like ride powder with friends, because sometimes there's hazards in the powder. There could be tree wells or things you don't see underneath. So it's always better to ride with a group. And Bad Riders with a super chat, he says, hey Kev, so much pow at the moment. How's the Orca going? Yeah, man, I've been loving the Orca. It's now my go-to board for all mountain riding, and it's not the best. It's not like that it's the best at floating on top of the powder. It's that it has the most performance under your feet. So the base of the board, it has what LibTech calls their C2X profile. And basically you just have these crazy camber zones underneath your feet. And I really feel like that camber underneath the feet, it really allows you to kind of like pump the board and make it maneuverable, helps you with landing drops, and just with like I don't know, riding through the powder itself. When you kind of pump the back foot, it helps to pull the nose up, and it's like it's just really fun. And yeah, I highly recommend anyone check it out or check out boards like it. I love that it's volume shifted too, so it's like a shorter board, which really helps it to just be more maneuverable through the powder too. And it has a bit of a tail, which I like. So it's not like a really short tailed board. It's got a bit of a tail, so helping with the stability too. And what else is going on here? So we got a few more super chats coming in. Thanks, guys. Michael Williams, he says, "What's up, Kevin? Appreciate all you do. Question below." All right, Michael, I'll look out for your question, man. Erica Constantino, thanks, Erica, with the $5 super chat. She says, "Hi, Kevin. I'm traveling to Kelowna in 2 weeks. Do you have any tips for me since I've never been to Canada and I'm unfamiliar how to check in my board?" Yeah, so when you go to the airport, usually all the baggage that is for boards and oversized things, you first you check in with the agent, and then they send you off to a different place to leave your snowboard bag, which will be for oversized luggage. So, and then when you arrive at the airport, wherever you're flying into, you're traveling to Kelowna, so that might be Vancouver, or it might be the Kelowna airport, actually. But when you fly into Kelowna, you'll have like a special area too, where your bag will come through. It'll be like in the oversized baggage area. And yeah, tips for when you arrive in Canada too. Like, I don't know, Canada is very similar to the States. The money's different, so I don't know if you have like a bank card or credit card, like that's usually what I use when I travel instead of trying to get cash. But yeah, it's very similar. Just bring some different layers. You never know. Definitely check the weather ahead of time so that you know like what kind of clothes to bring, because it could be really cold. It might not be too bad. And just remember the whole difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit too. And Hamed with the $2 super chat, he says, coming through San Fran when going to Bear Valley. Good question, Hamed. I'm not 100% sure when we're going to Big Bear down in California there, but if we go, we probably won't go through San Francisco. We'll probably fly direct to LA, because I think like Vancouver to LA is a pretty direct, it's a fairly direct flight. But San Francisco is one of my favorite cities in the world, so if I ever come to San Fran, I'll let you know, man. And yeah, it'd be cool to do like a snowboard pro camp meetup in San Francisco. AQ99 with the $2 super chat. Thanks for the support. No comment or question. Oh, here's a question. AQ99, $5 super chat. Have you ever snowboarded in Norway? If so, how was the culture and snow quality? If not, do you plan to go there one day? I do plan on going there one day, because there's so many great snowboarders out of Norway, and it's like a northern country too. I think it's kind of similar to Canada and sort of how far north it is. And they get some good snow. There's some big mountains there. So it would be cool to travel to Norway someday and snowboard there. Yeah, so some plans, no like immediate plans. And the culture, I'm assuming that the culture in Norway, the people are just very friendly, because everyone I've met from Norway have been very kind, courteous people. Connor Vale with the super chat, $5. He says, love your channel. I'm starting my own. Please subscribe. What's your favorite place to snowboard? Nice. Yeah, guys, check out Connor Vale's snowboard YouTube channel. Check it out. I don't know if it's a snowboard YouTube channel, but yeah, thanks, man. What's my favorite place to snowboard? I think my favorite area to snowboard of a mountain would be like steep powder sections, so I love that. And then favorite place like in the whole world, I gotta say it's probably is Whistler. I've just spent the most time here. I know like every area of the mountain, so Whistler Blackcomb is pretty awesome. But there's a few other places that I love to snowboard too. Summertime, I love being down at Mount Hood with the High Cascade Snowboard Camp. That's a good time. And yeah, going to Japan in a few days. So I've had a blast snowboarding in Japan. So maybe after this trip to Niseko, I'll have a different answer for you. All right. So Woot says, "Hey Kevin, are you coming to Europe one time? Austria, Italy?" No direct plans of traveling to Europe at the moment, but I think if we do go to Europe, it'll probably be Italy, because we haven't been snowboarding in Italy yet. So it would be really cool to hit up Italy. And Red's Caps on here. What's up, Reds? And Evan says, "Do you have another job outside of YouTube?" No, this is my only job. The first few years that I started this channel, like I was working other jobs at the same time as making videos. And as the videos started to get more views and earn some more revenue, then I would just like work less on my other jobs. But there was a few years where I was actually just working so that I could put money into the videos. And that was, I just always thought that if I made enough content and if I got enough people to watch, then hopefully I could one day make it like a full-time gig. So yeah, it's kind of, I guess I've been doing it now for 7 years. And so the first half I was working other jobs alongside of making videos. And then the last, I'd say like 2 or 3 years, I've just been doing this full time. And Peter's Fishing says, "Are you coming back to Australia this year?" Yeah, I think so. We'd probably be back in Australia next September for some more of the Australian springtime riding. And yeah, I had a blast in Australia last time. We may like visit some other resorts to kind of mix it up. But yeah, hopefully get back down to Australia. The cool thing I loved about Australia too is also just the mix of like animals and birds that are around the mountains while you're there. So that was pretty awesome. And the people were actually really fun to hang out with too. So while we were on the mountain, it had sort of like a more intimate feel in Australia where you would see the same people, and it was really, really great vibes down there. And the people in Australia too, they felt very outgoing. So that was nice. We had just so many great talks and made some great friends with people down there. So we'd love to get back to Australia. And shout out to everyone too that met up with us in the Melbourne Snowboard Center there. That was pretty awesome. Alex says he's watching from Philly. Awesome. Yeah, so Icer71 says there's 262 people watching. Gonna need more people to help answer questions. That would be awesome. 56 likes. Thanks, guys. Nick NFS says, "At what age did you start snowboarding?" So I started snowboarding when I was 15. I did a couple years of skiing, and then I started seeing my friends in high school snowboarding. And I think I borrowed some gear off of one of my friends and got him to teach me, and I've been snowboarding ever since. William Richards asks, "Do you surf?" I've tried surfing a few times and I've managed to stand up a few times, but I would say I'm not really a surfer. I'm more of just somebody who like tries to surf. Surfing is so much harder because you have to swim, you have to like avoid drowning, you have to read the ocean. It's so much harder than snowboarding, really. And Icer71 with the super chat says, "LOL, 262 people watch. People, are you gonna need to breathe and speak faster to answer all these questions?" Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. But yeah, it's great. Let's love having tons of people on here, and I'll do my best, guys, to answer as many of these questions. Thanks for the support. And Nick Way with the super chat. Awesome. Thanks for the support. Mike the Gamer says, "Hi from Sweden. Getting to go powder riding. Do you have any tips for me?" Yeah, I already did a few other powder tips, but yeah, if you can also like ride a powder specific board, or if you don't have a powder board, you can always set your your stance back towards the tail. So the further towards the tail you can set your stance, the easier it'll be for your snowboard to float on top, because you'll have a larger nose for floating, and then the tail will be smaller for making turns. So that's actually a huge powder tip as well. Just like set your stance towards the tail. And Osvaldo with the super chat, which board do you think is better for deep powder like you guys have been getting? TJ and Chris Jones, like the Jones Storm Chaser, or the Nitro Quiver 174 is a longer board better? I think a larger board is probably better for powder. Between the Nitro POW and the Jones Storm Chaser, I don't know which one's better. They're very close. For floating, they're probably very comparable. There are some nice things about the Jones Storm Chaser, the magnet traction on the edges, and it's kind of got like a spoon shape in the nose, which makes it really quick to turn. I feel like those boards, though, they are much more difficult to ride when you're not on the powder, and they're also more difficult to ride just like on groomers or like through choppy snow. So, but yeah, definitely to answer your question, hopefully a bigger board is probably easier to float with. And Ride Beside with the super chat. Thanks so much, man. $10 super chat. He says, awesome video today. Pal looks great. You ever been to Jackson? No, never been to Jackson, but our plan is to actually visit Jackson in February. So maybe we'll see you there. Maybe we can do a meetup. But yeah, I'm really stoked, really looking forward to going to Jackson. Of all the places that when I talk to people and I ask them about where they've been and kind of like to compare it to Whistler, a couple times people have told me that they actually like Jackson better than Whistler. So I'm pretty stoked to get out there. I know those mountains they're big, they're steep, there's some amazing terrain, and the snow is supposed to be good. So I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to be booking our Jackson trip any day now. So that's something to come after the Japan trip, probably early to mid-February. And Andrew Westman says, any tips for first-time boarders? Yeah, definitely just go at your own pace. Check out the beginner snowboard playlist. There's like 50 plus videos on that playlist to help beginners like sort of get into snowboarding the first day or two. But I would say the most important thing is to just take your time. Don't try to learn too quickly. Just take things like step by step, learning the basics, and yeah, just pace yourself so that you can continue to ride. If you go on a trip, you can ride say 4 or 5 days in a row. Or if you're just getting into it and you're going once a week, don't try to learn too much too fast. Just learn it at your own pace. Connor Mott with the super chat. He says, the Mount Hood video is lit. Do you know the elevation? Yeah, so I think you're talking about that Mount Hood video where we hiked like almost maybe 2/3 or 3/4 of the way to the peak. We got pretty close, but not all the way to the peak of Mount Hood there. But the elevation of Mount Hood, I don't know if it's super tall. I think it's I would guess that it's around 9,000 feet. But maybe if somebody can check that out, the elevation of Mount Hood. I can kind of like gauge elevation of mountains based on like how much I can feel get the altitude sickness. I know down in Colorado, the base of the mountain is at like 9,000, I think, and then the tops are around 11 and 12,000 feet, and I can really feel get that elevation sickness. So yeah, it was a pretty hard hike though. It was difficult. And we got James watching from Alaska. Thanks so much. Another super chat from Liam Mason. He says, hey Kev, when are you going to be able to get some of your gray beanies? Much love from the UK. Yeah, so these gray Snowboard Pro Camp beanies, I actually ordered 200 more beanies, and they should be arriving in like a week or two. I don't know exactly when they're coming, but I've got a shipment coming. So as soon as the shipment gets gets to Canada and I get the beanies in my hands, or when my girlfriend Jill's helping me with the beanies as well, or sorry, my wife Jill. So when I get the beanies here, I'll definitely let you guys know that they're for sale. And Brian Pack says, hey Kev, huge fan of the channel. Any recommendations for a good quality GoPro monopod stick? To be honest, I don't really know what would be the best monopod, but when I look for a monopod, actually I'm not sure where mine is. It's back there somewhere. But the carbon fiber ones I really like, because the carbon fiber that extend to about 40 inches, I think like 40 or 42 inches is like a good length. And if it's carbon fiber, then that's what I would go for. It's hard to like recommend those sticks because I do break them quite often, but I do also use them almost every day. So I don't really blame the stick company, because I'm wearing them out pretty. I'm putting them through a lot of work. Chris Henrik with the super chat. He says, hashtag taco fund. Found a hole in my old pants. So used that as an excuse for a brand new Quicksilver jacket and pants. Awesome. They even zip together. Nice. Can't wait to trial them out in 4 weeks. Awesome, Chris, man. Yeah, sick. Yeah, I really like that Quicksilver gear. It looks pretty nice. I know that Travis Rice wears Quicksilver, so that's really cool. And yeah, you'll definitely use that zipper to zipper the pants to the jacket together when you're out here in Whistler, man. So yeah, good choice. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully meeting you, man, when you come out to Whistler. Yeah, and a hole in your pants is no good. That's like just where all the water and snow will find its way there. So if you've got a hole or something, just buy new gear. Dominic White asks, will you be on the mountain Sunday and Monday? So not on Monday because we're going to Japan on Monday, but on Sunday we'll probably be snowboarding. Michael Williams with the super chat from Kansas City, Missouri. At what point in my riding should I move from a beginner board to a more intermediate style board? Any spec recommendations? Nice, man. Yeah, good question. I think that once you get to the point where, you're like turning confidently, you're linking turns, and also when you get to the point too, when you know like which direction you want to take your snowboarding into. So if you know, for example, that you want to ride more park, or if you want to ride more carving or just powder, whatever it is that you really want to get into more, then that's, I think, when it's time to buy a board that is more specific in whatever it is that you want to ride more. So, if you want to start learning tricks, definitely check out a park board. There's some good intermediate park boards out there, beginner, intermediate. And the ones I like for like a beginner intermediate park board would be like the camber profile under your feet with like rocker towards the nose and tail. That's like a good start. And then if you want more of a carving board, then maybe look for a board that is a bit stiffer, going to be more stable. Maybe check out some of the boards that have the magnet traction, the multiple contact points on the side. Or like an arbor board, which has the grip tech. So boards like that, those are kind of boards I like for all mountain. And Andrew Westman says he's watching from Delta. I think that's Delta, BC. Thanks for watching, Andrew. Bradley Coleman with the $9.99 super chat. Help me out with the toe side. First time was yesterday and would lose it as fast as I got it with the heel edge. Next, I'm back flipping and pressing the onlookers on the lift. Sore now. So if you want to get good at toe side, then you just need to practice that toe side sliding as much as you can. I think the heel side turn comes pretty easy, but nobody wants to slide backwards on their toes. It's kind of like it's just one of those things. Going backwards on the snowboard is not that fun. But if you just practice it, get on your toes, start off by just sliding like straight backwards. And then the key is like if you want your board to go to the left or right, whichever way that you like turn your head and look, your board will start going in that direction. So just practice sliding on your toes, looking to the right, letting your board slide that way, then look to the left. slide to the left, and just go back and forth as much as you can. And then after you do that for a while, then you can start getting into the turns. So I think it's just about putting in the time and practice. If you can too, get somebody to hold your hand like through some of those toe slides as well, and pick like an easy place to do it as well, which will help. Buck Snabes says, hit the like button. Yeah, that'd be awesome. 90 likes. Thanks, guys. Danson Vlog says, what are some of your some injuries you've had? What was the worst? I think, yeah, probably my worst injury would be dislocating my shoulder. That's a painful one. It really sucks. And I've had surgery on my shoulder, so that it kind of like made it mostly better. And I've also broken a few ribs, which is a really rough injury. And it's not as bad as the dislocating the shoulder though, because the ribs kind of heal up better than the shoulder does. So yeah, those are a couple of bad injuries there. Cody Broen with the super chat, $4.99. Thanks, Cody. Do you and TJ have any plans of coming to the Midwest, Minnesota specifically? No, we don't. But yeah, I know that there's some great snowboarding in the Midwest around Minnesota, so it would be really cool to visit someday, possibly this winter, and get out there and snowboard. But no plans at the moment. But yeah, heard and seen some like amazing riding out there. So we'll have to make it happen at some point. AQ99 with the super chat. Have you ever skateboarded before? I'm sort of like a beginner skateboarder, so I've done some skateboarding. Every summer I try to get on my skateboard and just mess around. But yeah, this last summer I didn't get as much skating in because we were actually doing a lot of snowboarding. And then when I wasn't snowboarding, I was kind of like getting ready and planning the next trip, and a lot of skateboarding just didn't happen. But yeah, skateboarding is a lot of fun. I feel like skateboarding, it really does help you become a better snowboarder. Just like challenges your balance. It's just like a much harder board sport. So if you can get good at skateboarding, then yeah, snowboarding starts to come easy. Nick's Vlogs with the super chat. He says, hey Kev, I'll be over in February. Any tips on confidence in front of the camera? I'm thinking about vlogging my trip. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Nick from the UK. Awesome, man. I think for confidence in front of the camera, it's a combination of just practicing. So the more you do it, the better you'll get. When I first started trying to talk to my camera in my bedroom, I didn't know what to say. I was like staring at the camera. Yeah, it took some practice, but it's also good to know who you're talking to. So if you're making a video for like just people, then I don't know, picture somebody you know, pretend like you're talking to them. If you're making a video for yourself or for your family, then you can, pretend like you're talking to them. And I don't know. Yeah, just watch some other people do it, practice it, listen back. I think a great way to do it is to actually, film yourself talking to the camera, just doing your best, and then watch it, and then see all the things that you do that you might think are weird. Like I remember watching myself speak in front of the camera and thinking I was doing all kinds of weird things, and then think about that and then try to like change it for the next time. So whether it's, trying to speak louder or quieter or slower or faster, maybe you have something you do where you're like looking off into the distance, but maybe you need to look more into the camera. So all those things you start to notice all those things the more that you film yourself talking to the camera and just watching it back. Awesome. So Frode Hops says, is a powder board good for carving? Not typically, to be honest. I feel like the more carving specific boards are just better for carving. You get less of the, I feel like with some of the powder boards, some of the like chatter really travels into your legs, where like a good powder board will dampen all those little bumps. So sometimes a powder board is good, but I think most times it's not. And Carrie Pierce is on here. What's up, Carrie? Thanks for tuning in. Dominic Gabagas with the super chat, $5. He says, let us know when you head down to Bear Mountain. I will take the time off to come down and shred/meet up. Do some night cruising at Snow Summit too. Awesome. Thanks, Dominic, man. Yeah, I'll definitely let you guys know as soon as I know when we're doing a Bear Mountain trip. Yeah, that'd be a super fun trip. Big E says, would you ever go back to the Burton step-on bindings? I don't think so. I don't think they're for me. I feel like I'm not their like target market. So some people appreciate having the step-ons, and so for that, I think it's awesome, but I just don't appreciate it the same way that some other people would. Dancing Vlogs with the super chat, $1.99. What's your injury? What injuries have you had? What was the worst? I think I got this question already, but yeah, definitely the worst one was dislocating my shoulder, and I've also broken some ribs, I think in like 3 or 4 places. What else? I've hurt my other shoulder too, mostly shoulder stuff. Shoulders. I've smacked my head a few times, but I've always worn a helmet, so that's kind of saved me there. And maybe some like minor things, like I've had like a tweaked ankle or something, like a sore ankle. So, and then like sore knees, which I'll take some time off if I tweak something like that, but nothing huge. So Connor says, where's TJ? So TJ would be here, but our friend Bo's visiting, so he's hanging out with Bo, and he's kind of like, our friend Bo is staying with TJ, so he's helping Bo to like get settled in and do all that kind of nice stuff. So we're gonna get back to doing the live chats together too. Next Friday, TJ will definitely be on the live chat. Grant Bayer says, is it hard to ride if the weather is too warm? If you have a lot of snow and the weather's warm, then it can be tough, yeah, because the snow gets heavy. But if you're snowboarding and it's like spring or summer and you're kind of like in just in a long sleeve shirt or something, like it can be pretty fun. Awesome, guys. Thanks for all your questions. So by H Sinalco says, hi Kevin, what's up? I need your advice. Whenever I get speed, I start losing control on my snowboard. I feel like I don't have legs. I have to thank you for teaching me snowboarding with your 360 2015. Awesome. So if you're picking up too much speed and you feel like you're losing control, think about as you're like starting to ride with some speed, using your edges. I feel like the more control that you can have with your edges, so like spraying a little bit of snow like out the side of like a little bit of snow outside the heels, a bit at the toes, and you continue to do that as you start to ride with more speed, that's where your control comes from. You sort of get out of control when your board is like too flat based. And also think about like not trying to ride with too much speed where the run is really steep, because then if like you get into any little bumps or anything, that can really throw you off. So ride with speed in places where you'll be confident, and then think about spraying snow out the side to help you stay in control. Oh, and so Red's Cap says that the pole that I use is a Smart Tree pole. So yeah, check out that brand. It's pretty good. Smart Tree. I think it's called Smart Tree. Tommy Z with the $5 Canadian super chat. Thanks, Tommy. He says, heading up Big White next week. What kind of board should I rent? Also, can you review Snowboard Addiction Company face masks? SA Company face masks. I haven't heard of those face masks, so I haven't actually even seen them around. Is that Snowboard Addiction? But Big White, so if you're going to Big White and you're renting a board, I don't know. It kind of depends on what boards they have for rent, to be honest, and what you want to be doing. So if you're going and you want to be just cruising the mountain, then I would just pick up just make sure I'd say the most important thing is that the board fits you. So make sure it's the right size. If you've got larger feet, make sure it's a wide board. And if you want to ride like a specific thing, like if you want to ride in the park, make sure you rent a park board. If you want to ride in powder, get a powder board. But yeah, these are all things that you can like tell the person that you're renting from, sort of like what you want to ride, and give them all your specs, and then they should set you up with the best board that they have. All right, tons of people on here. Thank you guys so much. Christopher says, check out the Endeavor archetype for a Japan board. Thanks, man. Yeah, it would be cool to try out some Endeavor boards. And some people are stoked that we got past 100 likes, and some people want us to get to 200. Thanks, guys. Sean says he's watching from work. Maxwell's watching from Wisconsin, USA. Plate is in Vancouver. Colby from BC. Justin 10 with the super chat, $4.99. Thanks for the support, man. He says, hey, you have inspired me to get into snowboarding, and I'm now looking for gear to buy for myself, but I don't know where to start or what to buy. Yeah, definitely when you're first getting into it, you can sort of start on like the cheaper side of things, because like you don't know like everything you want yet. So I would just maybe go to a snowboard shop and then look at some of get a board that's around $300. It may be, I don't know, for some people that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, $300, but a good board is for like a beginner. The Capita, what's it called? The Capita Horoscope. That one's a pretty good one. So check out a board like that. And then also, it depends on where you're snowboarding too. If you're somewhere where you get a lot of rain, then you may want to check out some outerwear that has waterproofing. Gore-Tex is really good, but it's also more expensive. So you may want to start with like a jacket and pants that are less waterproof at the start, just less money. And yeah, all the safety gear is really important too. So helmet, wrist guards if you're a beginner, crash shorts. So they like have padding around your tailbone and hips to protect you if you fall. So the safety gear is like really important. And then yeah, goggles and the accessories. I would definitely get like a face mask, goggles. And yeah, just start with the basics. Start with like a setup that's not very expensive, and then go from there. If you end up going a lot through the season and you want to continue, then you can sort of learn what you like. Yeah, check out my snowboard gear list 2019 as well. I put out that video like just over a month and a half ago, and it's outlines like all the gear that I've bought for this season. And Gage Miller says, any tips for getting into backcountry boarding? I would say the biggest thing is to take like an avalanche course. I took an avalanche course about 10 years ago now, and it's an awesome way to like introduce yourself to all the safety side of snowboarding in the backcountry. So that's where I would start. It's pretty cool. And then you can start to get all the gear together that you need for snowboarding in the backcountry. Amanda's watching from Ohio. So Philip Noel says, why don't you use the Burton for POW? Honestly, it is a pretty good POW board, but I've just been hooked on the Orca the last couple weeks. So I'll probably get back on the Deep Thinker again soon and try it out. I had some really good days on the Deep Thinker, but yeah, just since I've been riding that Orca, I just got really hooked on it. Kevin, so Jordan says, Kevin, your thoughts on Arbor's uprise fenders and their grip tech? Jordan, yeah, I really like that combination. I love, yeah, the uprise fenders are really cool, especially for park riding, making it more catch free for hopping onto a rail or box or something. So I like that design. Also, just for like getting really quick turns edge to edge it's pretty fun. And also grip tech. I love the grip tech. Just adds that bit more of hold across any kind of like firm or icy snow. So I love that kind of technology. Adam says, know anything about snowboarding in Newfoundland? No, I don't. Yeah, it's a good spot to snowboard at, maybe. I don't know. Kevin LePage says, hi from Michigan. Just wondering, Oakley flight deck, line miner, or fall line? So yeah, my favorite are the line miners. I just find that they're like just tall enough and wide enough and close enough to your face that you don't really see the frame at all. The fall line, I found that they're a little bit too narrow, like top to bottom. So I wasn't a big fan of the fall line. Maybe if you have, for me though, I have like a large head. So like for somebody that has like a smaller or medium sized head, then the fall line might be better. And I really like the Oakley flight decks too. I think they're probably my second best goggle. But yeah, the line miners are my favorite. Quan Chu with the super chat, $5. Thanks for the support. Really enjoy your videos, Kevin. Please, more progression vids with Doug. What's your current top 3 tracks to listen to while on the mountain? Awesome, man. Yeah, really good question. Yeah, we'll definitely have some more progression videos coming for you guys. It's been kind of difficult to film those kinds of videos the last like month and a half because the weather in Whistler has been very stormy. It's just like snow, like either it's a snowstorm or rainstorm or just like black clouds and wind. So it's been difficult to film, but I will definitely get some more videos like that for progression it for you guys. It'll be easier with some clear skies and with the parks open and everything. And yeah, I would love to ride with Doug some more too. Doug is he's a legend. And my top 3 tracks to listen to, I don't know about specific songs, but I've been listening to some, the new like Kids See Ghosts Sometimes, that album with Kanye West and who's the other guy in that album? But that's the Kids See Ghosts Sometimes album. I'm really liking it. Some of the new G-Eazy albums, I've been listening to those. And who else? I think that's probably it. I like to listen to Weezer too. So maybe I'll throw the new Weezer album in there. Steve Biggie with the $1.99 super chat. What do you recommend on tailbone injury recovery? Good question. Yeah, that's a tough one. There's nothing really you can do besides just rest it, stay off of it. But I would definitely get a pair of like crash shorts for when you come back because you don't want to like re-injure it. So definitely check out some crash pants. But I don't think there's anything you can really do to help recover a tailbone injury besides just I don't know, doing the best things you can to recover. Like just eat good food, get rest, maybe try to do other things that are active that don't affect your tailbone, and you'll heal up fast. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. That sucks. Kyle Yin says, come to Colorado and ski at Silverton. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, Colorado is such a cool place. I've heard that Silverton's a really cool town too, so it'd be cool to visit Silverton. Jared says, ever come down to Washington to snowboard at like Crystal? No, but I've heard great things about Crystal Mountain, so we'll have to get down there at some point. Every year we say that we're going to snowboard in Washington, so hopefully this is the year we get it done. Hamish with the $2 super chat, he says, "Hey Kevin, what's your thoughts on Sun Peaks Resort?" I've never been to Sun Peaks myself, but I've heard lots of great things. Would love to get the chance to ride there sometime soon, but yeah, haven't been there yet. And Jamie says, "Kevin, how do I get your stickers?" Stay tuned, Jamie, because I'm going to make an announcement probably very soon about how you can get some more stickers. We were also sold out of stickers recently, and I think I've got some more stickers coming any day now. So I'll let you guys know as soon as possible when we're getting some more stickers. And Anders Howe, "I'm a regular foot and pretty good, but do you have any tips on practicing goofy foot?" Yeah, so if you want to ride switch, I think it's just all about putting in the time. Maybe you have like an entire day where you ride switch. Find some easy runs to do your first few switch turns. The only thing new that you're doing for switch is now your back foot has to go straight down the hill for a second or two. So once you kind of build up that confidence to ride with the wrong foot going straight, then you can just continue to practice. But it's just about putting in the time. I would say just whenever you're at a place on the run where it's easy for you to ride it your normal way, just turn around and ride it switch. And yeah, it's really fun. Then it opens up like a whole bunch of like tricks you can do. And if you ever get stuck, or if you're ever somewhere where you have to ride switch to get out of, then it's really handy. So, and riding switch will actually help to make your regular riding better. And Mallory with the super chat, $9.99. Thanks so much for the support, Mallory. No comment or question, but yeah, if you have one, let me know. And X1 Special says, "Hey Kevin, watching you at 3 a.m. in Romania." Awesome. Thanks for staying up. Shout out to everyone in Europe for staying up. Thank you guys. I normally do these live chats a bit earlier, but since we've had snow and it's been so stormy up there, we haven't really been able to do the live chats on the mountain, so they're getting pushed back a little bit later. But yeah, thanks for staying up. Oh no, so Patrol Captain Cat says, "I'm so sad someone stole my brand new goggles I got 2 days ago, and I couldn't get them back." I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, it sucks. Yeah, really sorry about that. Yeah, good goggles too. I feel like when you get a nice brand new pair of goggles, you want to keep them like nice and new and hold on to them. So yeah, sorry that somebody stole them on you. Triz says, "Have you ever been to Revelstoke?" Never been to Revelstoke, but that's another place that we're definitely going to travel to this winter. So hopefully a Revelstoke trip in February. That's hopefully the plan. Kishik says, "What can be done when your goggles fog up? I got a brand new pair of Smiths, and I was fogged much today on Blackcomb." Yeah, today was a rough day for fogging. I feel like all the fogging in the goggles is caused just by being too hot. So if your head is too hot, maybe take off your helmet if you're not snowboarding, if you're just in the lift line or something. Make sure you pull down your face mask so that the air from your face mask isn't going up into your goggles. Maybe open up the vents on your jacket, just anything to kind of cool yourself down, because it's just the heat that ends up fogging up your goggles. If you have a brim on your helmet, that can possibly be causing it just by like keeping all of the heat kind of in there. What else? I don't know, maybe take your goggles off once in a while, wave them around, so stuff like that. But yeah, it's tough with, it was kind of warm up there today in places and wet, so it's hard to do that with, it's hard to keep those goggles fog free sometimes. And Destin says, "Broke my collarbone doing a box. Any clue what I could have done wrong? I just rode over it straight and slid off. I couldn't turn and just fell. I'm quite confused about what I could have done wrong." Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. Those kinds of injuries really suck. I think what happens is when people go to do a box is that they're on a little bit of an edge when they get onto the box. And that's just from doing too many turns close when you're too close to the box. So what you want to do is actually like set your speed by doing 1 or 2 turns to control your speed ahead of time, and then just point yourself straight and flat towards the box so that your boards, everything is flat as you come onto the box. So giving yourself like 2 or 3 feet, or depending on where it is, but you got to give yourself like some room to just have your board straight and flat before you even get to the box. A good way to kind of practice and prepare for that is to actually just outside of the park on the groomed run, practice doing a couple speed checks. So doing 1 or 2 turns and then letting your board run straight and flat. And just get used to doing that like over and over and over again. And then once you kind of have the confidence of riding with your board straight and flat, then you can go for the box in the park. But yeah, really sorry about your collarbone, man. That sucks. So Carrie Pierce, who's in Japan, says, I'll post some short snowboarding clips. The part I did okay. Nice. I hope it's riding in powder. Quentin says, I'm French and I like your videos. Awesome. Cool. French like from Quebec or French from France? Patrol Captain Cat says, have you ever gotten your gear stolen? Also, what is the best way to find your lost gear? I just lost goggles. So one time I did have my snowboard stolen, and it wasn't even like a new or a nice board. It was like an old board that I had for like 3 years. So it was really surprising that somebody took it. I'm thinking that somebody just took it by accident. They took the wrong board or something like that. But you can check like lost and found at the mountain. I would just do that, go back a couple times, ask if anybody's turned in some goggles, whatever brand you had. And I think that you could also like check on Facebook. I lost my GoPro a few days ago. I dropped it in the snow on the mountain, and somebody posted it to like a Facebook group that was like not linked to the mountain, but it was like the Whistler Facebook group, and somebody posted it up there. So that's one possibility if there's like a Facebook group for the resort. Emilian Popoff with the €2 super chat. Thanks to Emilian. He says, hashtag power to the people. Also, Nadine and Martin say hi. Awesome. Well, what's up? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for the support. And we still have over 200 people watching, 150 likes. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Hope I'm getting to enough questions here. Trying to get to as many as I can. Grant Bayer says, can you get Chris on the chat sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. I've talked to Chris about getting on the chat again. So hopefully, one plan is that I'll have like 2 or 3 sort of like guest people on the chat. So maybe Chris for 20 or 30 minutes, and then TJ for 20 or 30 minutes. And then if there's anybody else, then kind of like, because there's only so much room on the screen for people, I think two's probably the most, but yeah, would love to get Chris on the chat. And Nut Pancake with a $5 Canadian super chat. Thanks for the support. Hey, Kevin, no question, just a request. Check your email/Insta DMs sent from Nut Pancakes, Ralph. Awesome. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll go check. Thanks for the support. I hope it's an email about free pancakes. That would be cool. But yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, Stowe Bros says, love the vids. When are you restocking the stickers? Would love to get some any day now. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll keep a post. I'll get a post up in a video when I get some stickers. But they should be. I should have some new ones very, very soon. And Kyle Wist, what's your opinion on the Yes Basic paired with Union Force bindings? Looking for something more intermediate. Yeah, I think that's like a really good intermediate combo, actually. You just kind of get, that's kind of like a great do everything kind of board, and the Union Forces are just like a great mid flex binding too. So that's a really good combo. Yeah, I love it. Marcus, what's that Burton board in the background? So it's the Deep Thinker. It's kind of like an all mountain POW board. It's a lot of fun. And Kevin says, Kevin just got my new park board. I was just wondering what angles I should set my bindings to for riding park. Should I set my stance wider or more narrow? I think for park, maybe just a little bit wider than you usually ride it. But you want to have it comfortable. You don't, if it's too wide, then it makes it hard for you to move your weight around over your board. And the angles could be like positive 15 in the front, negative 15 in the back. That's the angles I use. If that's too much of an angles, you could do like 12 and 12. But having that like twin style stance, it'll allow you to ride in either direction, which is really what you want to do for park. Awesome, guys. Thanks for all the questions. Just going to scroll down a little bit just to get caught up. Oh, I see that Chris is on the chat. Icer71 with the £5 super chat. Kev, do a Q&A with Casey, TJ, Chris, and David Jones. Love from Scotland. Awesome, man. Yeah, good request. So yeah, next week we'll actually be riding with David Jones. So we'll see him there, and we'll definitely get him on the live chat. And yeah, Casey Willax, it'd be fun to do another live chat with him. TJ for sure next week. And yeah, we'll get Chris on it. And we've got Paul O with the super chat. Awesome. Thanks, Paul. What's up, man? I talked to Vail Marketing. Corporate is not entertaining any producers, not enough return of investment. We even cut ties with Lindsey Vaughn. Sorry, Whistler Blackcomb may do local partnerships, so I'll check on that. Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks, Paul O. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think when you have like such a big company like that, it's hard for them to like really know what's going on in skiing or snowboarding when it's too big. But yeah, we're making their mountains look good, so giving them lots of free advertising. I don't mind doing free advertising because I get to snowboard on their mountains, so that's really, it's a good trade-off. But yeah, I appreciate the effort, Paul. And yeah, thanks for the support, man. And yeah, I hope you're getting some good turns out there too. All right, thanks for all the questions, guys. Wow, there's lots of questions. I'm like really far behind, just trying to catch up here. Okay, so I'm all caught up. Whoa. I'm caught up here. So Moosh Log says, you guys should check out Mount Baker in Washington, really close to Whistler. Smaller mountain, but gorgeous, and the deepest powder you'll find. Awesome. Yeah, I've heard some great things about Mount Baker. So yeah, would love to get down there. I really want to, yeah, would love to get some riding in Washington. And Tao Yang says, what do you do first when checking out a new mountain? Haven't been to many places outside of my home mountain. Usually like on a new mountain for myself, I try to like just go as high as I can on the mountain, to be honest. And then I can kind of like, maybe if I get higher, I can see the layout a bit easier. But yeah, I just start exploring. That's about it. Awesome. So we've got a Kevin Pierce on here too, who spells his last name differently, Pierce. And he says, what's your favorite piece of gear? And awesome Snowboard Pro Camp logo there too. Very cool. My favorite piece of gear, I think my favorite piece of gear is my face mask, actually. The black strap face mask that I wear. It's like, it's really comfortable. It's always just, kept my neck and head warm. So I would say the face mask. All right, thanks guys. We're so close to 200 likes as well. Yeah, 172. Connor Vale says, you guys are now my favorite YouTube channel. Awesome, thanks Connor. Yeah, Angela says, if you come to Washington, come to Mount Baker. All right, cool. Baker, Crystal, there's so many good ones down there. Kevin Paulson says, shot for the advice. Sadly, it's the middle of summer here, so I'll have to try it out on the indoor hill. Oh, wow, man. So are you down in Australia or New Zealand? And Andy Carter, how often should you wax and edge a board? I guess it kind of depends on the edging part. It kind of depends on how sharp you like your edges and how much you like carving. So I don't really know actually about the edges, but for waxing, I would wax your board every like 4 or 5 times you ride, kind of depending on how long you're riding and that too. But I waxed the Orca maybe 3 times ago, and it still feels pretty fast actually. I was on the cat track today and I was like going past people on the board. The board felt very fast, so I feel like I could probably ride it another couple days. Awesome, thanks guys. Just gonna double check, make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Reds Cap with the $5. Kevin, thoughts for Orca 159? Will it be hard to handle and too long for me? Should I pull the trigger? Hashtag podcast with Chris. Hashtag live chat with Chris. Awesome. Thanks for the hashtag request too. Yeah, so the 159 Orca, I don't know, Reggie. I don't know. I don't think it'll be too long for you. No, I think the 159 Orca would be fine. Yeah, I think that's a good size. I think a 159 is a good size for you. The length will give you the stability. It's also got some rocker towards the nose and tail, so you don't have like a super long effective edge. So for those reasons, I think a 159 will be great. Yeah, I think that's your size, 159. Ryan Wank with the super chat. Thanks so much, Ryan. And when Lambo. That's an interesting channel name. $5 super chat. Thanks for the support. What's the best snowboard shop to pick up a POW sticker this week in Whistler? Show Snow Chaser or Deep Thinker? Snow Chaser? Best place to buy in Whistler. Oh, a POW stick. Sorry, I thought you said POW sticker. I don't know what shops will have everything, but I would say go into Comore and talk to Andreas. Andreas is in some of the videos. He's like super knowledgeable. I don't know if they have the Deep Thinker there in stock. They may have, actually no, they do have a couple of Deep Thinkers, I think. And I don't know about the Snow Chaser. You mean the Storm Chaser? They might have some Storm Chasers in there. So I would go to, I think Comore would have those. Yeah, Paulo, shout out again. Thanks for talking to Vail Marketing. You're a legend, man. And yeah, I think I got to the rest of the super chats. Awesome, guys. So just been on here for just over an hour. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Tried my best to answer as many questions as possible. You guys didn't. I think I'm back. Hello. Yeah, sorry guys for losing connection. Just wanted to say thank you guys all for tuning in. Yeah, sorry I couldn't get to everyone's questions. Oh, somebody said that I missed a super chat, so I'm just going to go back in and check it out. Oh no, I can't find it. Where is the super chat? Shred 1904, where is it? How far back is it? All right, let me just run back and see if I missed this super chat. So there's Reds, Ryan, Paul. More progression vids. Buying gear. I don't see it. All right, guys. Oh, wow. People are saying I missed loads of super chats. All right, guys. Just going to go back into the super chats, scroll through, make sure I didn't miss anything. We got Adam, Bad Riders. Shout out. Thanks for the super chat, man. Michael Williams, thanks for the support. Erica Constantino, thank you. Hamed, thanks for the support. AQ99. AQ99 again from Norway. Connor Vale. Go check out Connor Vale's YouTube channel. He's putting up some new videos. Icer71, thanks for the support. Nick Way. Osvaldo with the snowboard length question. Ride Beside wants us to come to Jackson. Thanks for the support. Connor Mott, Liam Mason. Yeah, more gray beanies coming soon. Chris Henrik, we'll see you in Whistler soon, man. Michael Williams. The board question, Bradley Coleman. Good luck with your riding, man. Cody Broen from Minnesota, AQ99. Skateboarding question, Dominic with the super chat. We'll see you in Bear. Dancing Vlogs. Thanks for the support. Tommy Z. The rental question, Justin 10. The gear question, Quan, thanks for the support, man. Steve Biggie, with the tailbone. Hope you recover soon. Hamish. Mallory Pulliam, thanks for the support, guys. Emilian Popoff. What's up, guys? What's up, Nadine and Martin? Nut Pancake, we'll check my emails. Icer71, we'll get those chats going. Paul O, thanks again for the support with Vale. When Lambo with the super chat. Ryan Wank, Red's Cap, good luck with that new board. And then Red's Cap with the super chat, hashtag travel fund, hashtag ramen fund, hashtag snowboard pro camp. Awesome. Thanks so much for the support, Reggie. Yeah, and thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are having fun out there snowboarding. Definitely look out for more videos. And also, we'll have some new stickers and some new beanies out soon. So stay posted on that. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys soon. Yeah, look out for the Japan videos. All right, later, guys.